Hi, I'm Danny Knightmare.
I'm Gory B Movie.
And it's New Year's Eve.
It is our 10-year dating anniversary. Some of y'all may not even be 10 years old, in which case, I don't know why you're watching this channel, because, like, dude.
You watch PewDiePie or something.
Go watch PewDiePie.
So we're gonna go see Black Christmas. I saw the last Black Christmas in theaters. That wasn't very good. Actually, I didn't hate it, but that's before I was really burned out on remakes back in the day.
I wasn't a fan, but it does have people cookies in it. I am a huge fan of the original Black Christmas.
Oh, yes.
It is a classic, and despite what anyone tells you, it is not overrated. It is just the right amount of rated. It is pure Canadian horror goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I said I kind of liked the last one, kind of. I thought it was okay. I haven't watched it even since, though, so that tells you something. I've seen the original a million times. We haven't heard good things about this one.
I've read Darcy the Mail Girl from Joe Bob Briggs's review and a few other non-spoiler reviews, and I've heard it's really preachy.
Yeah. Like
which I don't like.
The director has like a vendetta against Mean Girls or something?
Yeah, they tried to say that Mean Girls was misogynistic and this one was about, like, sisterhood, and I love Mean Girls.
What does Black Christmas have to do against Mean Girls?
So,
whatever.
But without getting too far into that, here are some things I'm looking forward to. I love Carrie Ules because he's still a stone cold fox, and he is in this movie.
I like Christmas horror movies, and this is a Christmas horror movie. I'm not happy with the title, not just because it's a remake. Now you have 3 different dates to remember when you're talking about Black Christmas, and having 2 pisses me off. Now we have 3. Why did they call it Black Christmas? That's my biggest beef. Couldn't it just been Black Christmas, 'Tis the Season, or something? Just some other title, so it's not a reboot, it's just... You could throw the Black Christmas on there, just have something else with it.
I wish I could remember what it was. Originally, this was supposed to be a remake of a different film entirely. They were not able to get the rights to that, and so they reworked it into being Black Christmas. So
why drag Black Christmas into this?
All the more reason to be really frustrated with this film. But, you know, I'm going to go in there with all the open-mindedness in the world and hope it's good, because I want to like it. You never go to a movie and want to hate it. I don't want to hate it. Except for maybe Cats. I really want to see that, and I really want it to be as awful as everyone says it is.
I'm actually sad that they changed Sonic the Hedgehog. I was looking forward to that bad, ugly Sonic, just because it would have been funny.
But we digress. We're going to see Black Christmas. We're hoping for the best. I'm hoping for some festive kills, because I do love it when someone gets killed with a Christmas ornament or part of a snowman. So...
let's find out.
Yeah. Catch you guys after the film in a little bit.
Mwah.
Happy New Year!
Well, that's probably my least favorite Black Christmas movie. And I was hoping it'd be better than the last one, at least.
I really hate to say it, because I don't like to be one of those people who piles on the train, but, oh yeah, it's as bad as everybody says it is.
So the most literal Black Christmas movie. There's a lot of black goop. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but there's a lot of it in the movie. Let's try and focus on what's nice about this movie. The cinematography's not bad. There's some cool camera angles and shots in there.
They have a few homages to some things that are great, but unfortunately, when you do an homage, what makes it great is you add your own twist to it. Like, they took the famous jump scare from Exorcist 3, but nothing new was really added here. However, it is a cool jump scare. It was nice to see it again. There are some nice overhead shots, a lot of, like, you know, aerial shots and stuff, which give you that feeling that they are being watched. And you do feel from the beginning of this movie that the girls are always being watched. That's something that we've had with all the Black Christmas movies. And in keeping in line with Black Christmas, they're also getting DMs and a couple phone messages throughout, which is, I think, for me, that and the sorority house is really the only tie to the other Black Christmas films, but you do have that here.
The DMs and stuff almost gave me a Scream TV vibe, but oh well. I mean, it's more modern. That's how phones are these days, not like the original Black Christmas, obviously.
Yeah, I took it as a modern take on the phone call. So it's okay. I mean, you have that. It did not feel like Black Christmas, but let's just, for, you know, just trying to focus on the positive, not even think of this as a Black Christmas movie.
Claudette was cool.
Claudette is another reference to the original Black Christmas. The cat's name was Claude. In the sorority house, this is Claudette. That was kind of cool. You got Imogen Poots in it, though we don't get to see her do as much as maybe we've seen in Green Room. It is nice to see her again.
I can't say that the performances were particularly bad. I just think the script was. So, the actors, I didn't hate them so much. Just not their characters I didn't like. I don't know.
And keep in mind, this movie was written and directed by the same person. I believe it was co-written by 2 people, but one of the co-writers is the director. So they're going to do exactly what they're told, which is exactly what's in the script. So, yeah, great acting only gets you so far. Your director needs to handle that.
There was one really cool death in the beginning.
Yes, let's talk about that. Really trying to be positive here, guys.
Don't want to, spoil too much, but it involves some cool Christmas stuff. I wish I would have saw more of those deaths throughout the movie. Unfortunately, they kind of go downhill after that, but that first one was great.
I'm going to tell you because we're not spoiling anything for you. Everything was in the trailer. There's a great kill with an icicle in the beginning, and then there's this cool kind of snow angel effect when she's killed. All that's in the trailer. In fact, I give up. Let's move into the crap. Everything is in the trailer. The whole movie is spilled out for you in the trailer. Some of the worst stuff isn't in the trailer, but all the best stuff is absolutely in the trailer.
Yeah, I was trying to think, is this movie just really predictable, or was it all just in the trailer? It's probably all just in the trailer.
Some of the big reveals were in the trailer, and which was unfortunate because they didn't make sense to me when I saw the trailer, but watching the movie, I thought back to that trailer, and I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. Which is unfortunate because this really isn't that complicated of a plot. There is almost no story here.
No, it's mostly message, and that's why I feel like the plot suffered and the story suffered. I think it had good points in its message, but that's all it pretty much is.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. I mean, obviously the points in this film are just. Yes, I'm a woman, and I'm surprised that, I found this as cringy as I did, because I agree with a lot of these points. But a movie that is just political points and no story, that's not much of a movie. I mean, for a horror movie to be a horror movie, it needs to be scary. This movie is not scary.
Most of the kills were either off camera or just not impressive. They cut away from things that there wasn't really much to cut away from to begin with, so...
A very forgettable, almost non-existent score, which the original Black Christmas, it's mostly a lot of noise, but it's very effective noise that adds to this atmosphere. There's nothing here to really speak of. The kill with the cellophane over the face from the original Black Christmas.
Yeah, that comes back, so that's nice.
But it was done a little differently, and I thought, okay, now this is an homage I like. They did their own thing with it. Are they going to call back to this? Like how the original Black Christmas kept calling back to that cellophane kill. And I think what was so creepy about that is that the audience knows more than what the characters know. There's this great dramatic irony. We know there's this poor girl that everyone's looking for, and she's just in the attic. And then there's that scene at the end where it draws out and we can see her in the window, and it's so creepy. There was an opportunity to do something similar in this movie.
There was a few opportunities to go back and do some more of that stuff. They didn't. They just neglected it. Yeah. Anyways, I would say skip it. Just watch the original.
I have never said this about a movie we've seen at the theater. I'm gonna say kill it with fire.
Yeah. Okay.
I am left with that feeling you get when you go to someone's house and they have an awkward conversation, like someone brings up religion or politics or something and everyone's uncomfortable and just wants to get out of the room. That's the feeling I have right now. I don't feel like I saw a movie. I don't know what I just witnessed, but it was bad and it was uncomfortable and cringy.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe I was just hoping that maybe something at the end would make it all worth it and kind of pay off. But no, I mean, even if it was something so bad that you could remember it, but no, it just kind of fades to black.
There is no payoff. This whole thing was set dressing for one person's soapbox rant. And yes, they're making some good points here, but their delivery is so flawed that those points are completely lost. And I actually think they might have done more harm to the women's movement than help. Because this was bad. This was a terrible movie.
Let's hope that's not the case, and we can maybe just all forget this movie.
I think the biggest flaw in it is that the characters you can't connect to them. They don't feel real. Everyone's saying the same things, and it's all very pointed, and it just doesn't feel authentic. Their relationships don't feel authentic, and if you can't buy into that these are real people in real peril who have real desires, then you just can't get invested.
2020, give us some better holiday horror movies.
Maybe leave Black Christmas alone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that's a rough end. But you know what? I want to turn this around. I'm going to turn this around. 2020 is going to be a great year. I mean, we're going to talk about movies for women. We've got Black Widow and Wonder Woman and Mulan, and none of those are horror movies, but there's a lot of good horror movies on the horizon too. It's going to be a brighter year. Chin up. It's going to be okay, guys. Don't worry. They'll probably remake this movie again, and you'll completely forget about this. And you know what? We always have the original. So, Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Let us know down in the comments below if you've seen this movie and what you thought, but also let us know what you did for New Year's, and if you had a happy holidays, tell us all about it. Cut!